welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect 2. We are going to move on to our next mission. I'm going to do an actual mission this time. We are going to go and recruit the Krogan. Now the Krogan we're actually going to go recruit is a Krogan scientist named Okeer. Yeah, Krogan scientist, or whatever, known for such a thing. But there is. I'm going to go recruit him. A little closer. There you go. Who's that? How do you pronounce that? Corliss? Something like that? I don't know. Okay, land. Land. Who's actually reading that? No one. I'm not reading it. You probably aren't either. Because who cares? Loading screens in this game do look better than the ones in the last one, I can say that much. Okay, for this mission, I'll take... I forgot who I took. Okay, I'll take Little Miss Shit Don't Stink, and Garrus. Ooh, a war zone. Gotta love those.
The dossier doesn't say if Okeer is on this planet by choice. Assume hostiles.
There is only one measure of success. Kill or be killed.
Okay.
Broadcasting orders over loudspeaker. Charming.
Stay focused. We're looking for a Krogan warlord.
Okay. This place looks really inviting, doesn't it?
Being hired is merely the beginning. You must earn your place in the mighty army we are building.
And we're going to encounter our first enemies right over here.
Ready for a fight, it looks like.
There they are. Oh, still alive. Ooh, look what we have here.
Shit. I won't stop bleeding. I'm gonna... Son of a bitch.
Doesn't look that bad, actually.
He doesn't need to know that.
I knew it wasn't Berserkers. Not at range. You're Mercs. Or Alliance. I'm not telling you anything.
I've got a nice application of Metagel ready to go. But if you'd rather I just keep walking.
Son of a bitch. I don't know anything. I just shoot the overflow from the labs. The old Krogan up there, he's really been cleaning house lately. Jador hired him to make her an army, but the Krogan he creates are insane. So we use them for live ammo training. It's all crap. I don't get paid enough to goddamn bleed out.
Outpost 4, Jador wants us to move. We need coordinates on that Krogan pack.
You heard the man on the radio? He needs direction.
I don't have the info they want. You showed up before I could get my normal sightings.
You have other problems.
Patrol, pack sighting east of Station 2. Yeah.
Copy, east of 2.
Son of a bitch. They'll run blind into Krogan.
What's Jador planning to do with all these Krogan?
Replace us, probably. I sure wouldn't want to see an army of them coming at me. Only she can't control them. They aren't supposed to be crazy, but they're Krogan. How smart are they to start?
Have you seen Okeer? Does he know about all of this?
We can't go in the labs, but everyone sees what happens when the Krogan come out. I've shot hundreds. They're crazy, mindless. Anyone up there, they know what's going on.
Is Jador's lab heavily guarded?
There are big guns to keep ships away. We're not outfitted to fight goddamn commandos.
If you start limping now, you might find a shady spot before you bleed out.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh.
There's
The scare was a nice touch.
I thought so. Come on.
a few different ways he could have handled that.
Training is part of your contract.
This is just the one I think is most entertaining.
Legal and otherwise.
Oh, a dead Krogan. Fortunately, he's not the Krogan you're looking for.
Hostiles ahead, watch it.
Can't target them.
Concussive shot ready.
That sissy Blue Sun's merc was talking about
Can't reach the target.
that Krogan, the Okeer he was talking about, was breeding an army of Krogan. I guess for the Blue Sun mercs.
Can't get a lock.
Now that's something that I can't remember if it was really touched upon in the first Mass Effect. But something that was in the first Mass Effect was the idea of the genophage, a sterilizing plague that the Krogan are infected with. Prevents them from breeding because they have a tendency to breed like gerbils, and their long lifespan and all that stuff means that their population increases too rapidly and they threaten overrun the galaxy, all that crap. So the genophage was affected by the Solarians and the Taurians to limit their population without committing complete genocide. Now we have a situation where it appears that a Krogan scientist has been breeding Krogan. But you can't really breed Krogan because they all have the genophage. So what he's actually doing is cloning them. But here's one of the cloned Krogan. And I actually ran into a little bit of a bug here when I was playing. There should be something going on, a scripted action going on, some enemies, some gunfire. It didn't happen. For some reason it didn't trigger when I ran up here. Another bug in the game. It's irritating when you come across these things and you think they would have fixed it, but no. This isn't even the first time I've had this bug happen to me. The way you fix it is you come back out here, you wander away a little ways, then go back in, and it has another chance to trigger the event. So there we go. Very nice. Ooh, he fell a long way.
You are different. New. You don't smell like this world. 7 night cycles, and I have felt only the need to kill. But you... something makes me speak.
He's only a week old?
They must breed them full size, ready to kill. Not much improvement over regular mercs if they need training.
Bred to kill. No. I kill because my blood and bone tell me to. But it's not why I was flushed from Glass Mother. Survival is what I hear in my head. Against the enemy that threatens all my kind. But I failed, even before waking. That is what the voice in the water said. That is why I wait here.
You're supposed to be part of a mercenary army. Do you remember Jador?
I know that name. It causes anger, but also laughter. It is not a name that will be sung when we march. I don't know what that means, but I have heard it many times.
How can you speak if you're only a week old?
There was a scratching sound in my head, and it became the voice. It taught things I would need. Walking, talking, hitting, shooting. Then the voice said I was not perfect, and the teaching stopped. And now I am here.
It was taught enough to be tested, but for what?
I don't know, but I am not perfect.
Okeer's voice? Did he speak to you while you were in your tank?
I heard the voice, not like now, with ears. Inside. I called it Father. It like that. But it was disappointed. I'm not what it needs me to be.
A lab with Krogans. Sounds like an attempt to cure the genophage.
Cure. Cure was never whispered. Survive, resist, ignore.
I destroyed Saren's cure. How does Okeer expect these Krogan to ignore the genophage if not by curing it?
I have no idea. It doesn't look like he's had much success with these Krogan.
How did you disappoint the voice?
I don't know. It was decided before I left Tank Mother. I was not perfect.
Maybe he's prone to the insanity that the Merc mentioned.
I don't know of that, but I'm not perfect.
Can you show me the laboratory? I need to speak with Okeer.
The Glass Mother. She is up, past the broken parts, behind many of you fleshy things. I will show you.
Impressive. And dangerous.
You fleshy things are slow when big things are in your way.
You could have run, or tried to fight your way back to the labs. Why stay here?
I am waiting. The voice told me, if they come, I fight. But I will not run, and I will not follow. I am not perfect, but I have purpose. I must wait until called, released.
Don't like the look of that. Stay alert.
Okay, that basically confirms it. That Okeer has been breeding Krogan, or cloning Krogan, rather. But maybe not for the reasons that we suspected. Because the original thought was that he was cloning these Krogan and either using them to repopulate the Krogan race, obviously not what he's doing because of all the dead Krogan,
Watch out!
or he were giving them, he was doing it so he could supply a bunch of powerful mercenaries to the Blue Suns. Now, that doesn't appear to be the situation either, because that Krogan that we've talked to mentioned that that was not his purpose, that was just his nature.
Can't target them.
Watch out!
Now what the purpose is, we don't know yet. We'll find out when we go and talk to Okeer. Till then, we've got a lot of big, angry, tank-bred Krogan and an army of Blue Sun mercenaries standing between us and Okeer. So we better get to killing. Now, if these Krogan are such a terrifying, powerful race, how is it that we can kill our way through an army of them? There's nothing over there, just keep going. Skipped over that. No point in making you watch that stuff anymore.
Krogan on our 6. Copy, goddammit. Where's Jador and her personal guard?
Jador, the person whose name we had
This should come in handy.
heard over the radio, is the leader of the Blue Suns on this planet.
Look out!
Stay strong.
It appears as the Blue Suns are having a little bit of difficulty with this army of Krogan, because they've been shooting each other. Of course, they've all been hostile to us, so we have to shoot everybody who gets in our way, regardless of what or who they are. Killing machine, jeez. Just tearing through it. Whole horde of these guys.
I need cover!
Ooh, that looks like it hurt.
Going now.
Just ordered Miranda to run out in the middle of a field and get shot down. Of course, I'll do that kind of thing occasionally. Intentionally. because, you know, I need someone to draw fire as I'm moving into position or attacking.
I'm on it!
Miranda's down, so I send the garrison into the storm.
Scratch one!
And once the battle ends, Miranda comes back to life. The only occasions where you have to use Metagel is if you want to resurrect a team member in the middle of a battle.
You bet.
It's the only way to do it.
Hostile engaged.
Unlike the first game where you need to use Metagel every time you go into the heal
One
spot.
less.
One less to worry!
That was a bad position to throw myself into. Even for short-range attacks, that charge is fairly good, because in the event that they are not shielded or armored, it staggers them pretty good. I mean, even if they do have shields, armor, or barriers, or whatever, it staggers them a little bit, which is oh so useful in the thick of a fight. What a dump. What is the deal with this place? Probably would have known if I read that description in the beginning. Is this like a garbage heap or something?
Here we go.
Stupid cover systems acting up.
Engage protocol head.
Good thing she charged into my line of fire, huh? Gotta make sure you get those headshots in. So as an example of me using charge to actually get out of a difficult spot. I was getting gunned down. So I used charge, flew across the battlefield, and put me in an area where I can get behind some cover real easily. Also, charge can knock people off of things like that. Even if the charge itself wouldn't have killed the character, knocking them off of a platform like that could. Stupid submachine gun. There, knock another one off the platform. Ooh, that was a close one.
Enemy down.
Like I said before, I'm almost gonna die a whole bunch of times. It's a good thing they added this Call of Duty style health system rather than the old HP and Metagel concept, because this playstyle would be impossible if I had to actually heal my character over and over again. Close range with a shotgun.
Shepard, don't shoot. You know me. I shut down the security cams as soon as I saw it was you. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad it's you shooting up the place. Sorry, ran up the Noctis. You let me go when you destroyed Saren's lab on Vermeer.
Oh yeah.
Had to outrun a nuke in a utility pod, but it's still a second chance.
No one in Saren's lab was worth saving. Bringing that up won't help you here.
Yeah, I'm not proud of what went on there, but I'm using what we learned for the greater good. Not for the mercs. Jador's on a standard power trip. But Okeer is trying to do something good, even if his methods are a little extreme. Everyone deserves a second chance, right? And sometimes giving one pays off. I take care of my debts.
What's Okeer trying to do here?
It's complicated. Jador wants a private army, but Okeer mostly ignores her. He's running the project for his own reasons. I created a mental imprint routine to educate his tank bred. Most don't get through it. He dumps them for some reason. He wants to help his people, but he's not looking for a genophage cure, and he's not going for numbers. That's all I know.
Is paying me supposed to make up for working for Saren, or whatever you're doing here?
No, but it's a start I wouldn't have had without you. So maybe I'm not the best example of moral research, but give me a little credit for trying. Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna run like hell before you blow the place or something. I know how you work.
I'm all for second chances. Not so sure on third ones.
The only reason why I let her live is because I'm thinking that she is going to appear in Mass Effect 3 if I let her live. And, you know, be a little more entertaining. Here's Okeer.
It's about time. The batteries on these tanks will not wait while you play with these idiotic mercs.
Not the smartest way to greet the heavily armed group that just kicked in your door.
I'm sure whoever sent you doesn't want me dead. No one looks for me without a motive. Certainly not the deceased Shepard. Surprised. All Krogan should know you. I'm sure Rana has already revisited your actions on Vermeer.
I'm sure you're eager to retell the story.
Such a tale. Saren, the Spectre traitor, threatens the return of the Krogan horde by curing the genophage, undoing the gentle genocide of the Turians and Solarians. But before Saren can deliver his endless troops, in rides Shepard, securing victory through nuclear fire. I like that part. It has weight.
I make no apologies. It was the most efficient solution.
But I approve. Saren's pale horde were not true Krogan. Numbers alone are nothing. The mistake of an outsider. One that these mercenaries have also made. I gave their leader my rejects for her army. But she grows impatient. It's time for you to take me out of here.
We're here about the collectors. We couldn't care less about your problems.
I see. Yes, collector attacks have increased. A human concern. My requests were focused elsewhere. I acquired the knowledge to create one pure soldier. With that, I will inflict upon the genophage the greatest insult an enemy can suffer. To be ignored.
Your search for the perfect soldier created a lot of failures. You don't care about them?
I failed no one. My rejects are exactly what Jador asked for. She simply lacks the ability to command. They are strong, healthy, and useless to me. I need perfection. If a few thousand are rejected, so be it. My work will purify the Krogan. We will not be restored. We will be renewed.
I thought the Krogan ideal was a return to the numbers that threatened the galaxy.
We will not need numbers. My soldier is a template. It is a greater threat than all the Phantom siblings that would have been at its flank. The galaxy still bears the scars of the Horde, but it will learn to fear the Lance.
What did you get from the Collectors? I need whatever you know about them.
They are strange. So isolated, yet very available when your sacrifice is big enough. I gave them mini Krogan. I may have information for you, but the tech was consumed in my prototype, after I determined how to use it without killing the subjects. The deaths were unfortunate, but I only need one success to start the process.
So you don't want to cure the genophage?
Contrary to what survivors claim, the genophage does not produce strong Krogan. The only quality it filters is the ability to survive the genophage. For every 1,000 stillborn, too many weaklings live. Every survivor is branded as precious. That's produced more cuddling than your collective human teats. I say, let us carry the genophage. Let 1,000 die in a clutch. We will defeat it by climbing atop our dead. That is the Krogan way.
Your methods are extreme, but you know how to deconstruct a threat. Will you help us?
Perhaps I can strike a deal to secure passage, but my prototype is not negotiable. It is the key to my legacy.
Attention, I have traced the Krogan release. Okeer, of course. I'm calling blank slate on this project. Gas these commandos and start over from Okeer's data. Flush the tanks.
She's that weak-willed. She'll kill my legacy with a damn valve. Shepard, you want information on the collectors? Stop her. She'll try to access contaminants in the storage bay.
You could just start over, like she plans to. What's the big deal?
This tank is pure. It involved as much trial as data. Starting over will not duplicate it. It must survive. Jador will be with the rejected tanks. Kill her. I will stay and do what must be done.
Okay, so we now know what Okeer was up to. He was trying to breed the perfect Krogan because he feels that the Krogan gene pool has been corrupted, because, I mean, normally natural selection would mean that the most capable to surviving in their environment would survive, whereas the weak would die off. But the genophage has essentially meant that every Krogan born is considered to be, like, precious. So even if they are weak and shouldn't have survived, they will. So he wants to go and introduce this new Krogan into the population with its allegedly superior gene pool. It's not much of a boss character there, was she? With its allegedly superior gene pool that would certainly push the Krogan along genetically. He had no actual interest in curing the genophage. Now he does provide some information because he got the technology to do this from the collectors. Oh yeah, I'm gonna punch a robot down.
Alarms in the lab. Damn it, what's Okeer doing back there?
Shepard, the lab alarms coincided with the system's failure. The remaining lab systems are
Contamination detected.
Oh, we got a problem. We gotta get back up there to Okeer.
Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress.
Oh, he's dead.
I would tell you, but everything is in my prototype. My legacy is pure. This one soldier, this grunt, perfect.
Why would someone so fanatical sacrifice himself for one Krogan?
No telling what Okeer jammed into this thing's head. Releasing it may not be wise.
A pure Krogan could pack a hell of a punch. We can always use another heavy hitter.
If he'll help. I doubt anyone's asked for his opinion.
Normandy, Okeer is a no-go, but we have a package that needs retrieval. And he's a big one.
Well, it looks like we're going to be taking the Super Krogan with us. Although we're going to keep him in the tank for now. So, that's the end of this mission. Kind of a long episode, but it was all in one mission. So tune in for the next episode where we will decide what to do with this Krogan in a can.